Hold on, we're not live yet. Now we are. Okay, go for it.
Hello, everybody. It's Jenny. I have some exciting news. I'm going to introduce you to. There's the dog. I'm going to
Love it.
introduce you to my friend named Becky. Um, she is amazing, and she's got some important information that she's going to share with us today.
Awesome. Thanks.
Hi, Becky.
Yes. All right. So yeah, I thank you so much for having me on here to tell my story because it's been quite a journey that has absolutely changed my life for the better. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Becky Smith. I live in Green Bay as well. I have 3 kids. I do work 3 jobs. I'm very, very busy. And I struggle from 3 autoimmune diseases. And these diseases have been something that I have worked really hard to help with a more natural method versus trying to just rely on Western medicine. So it was, I would say, June of 2023, I was in my doctor's office complaining of joint pain from seronegative rheumatoid arthritis. I have skin issues from Hashimoto's, hair loss from Hashimoto's, and I also have a discoid lupus that I struggle with as well. And one of the big complaints that I had in her office that day was hair loss. So I had like a big bald spot in the front of my head. And I was asking her, like, what are some things that I can do to help this hair grow back? And she said, well, are you using collagen? And I said, no, I'm really not good at using it at all. I had the big blue tub from Costco and it just really wasn't doing the trick, let me tell you. And I hated using it because it was a powder. You had to mix it. It was a pain in the butt. And she said, oh, no. She goes, I want you to use this liquid collagen. It's a high octane medical grade collagen that is very similar to human collagen. And it's got tons of biotin. It's like hair for your food, WD-40 for your joints. Fantastic. You're going to love it. And all you do is take a quick shot of it at night before you go to bed. And I was like, well, that sounds easy. Sign me up. So I did get this collagen and I used it for a couple of months and my hair started growing back. Like I'm going to show you guys a picture in just a minute, my before and after of what that looked like. And from there, I was really excited. This is so funny because I have to share this really quick. My friend Carissa just popped in. She's the one that reached out to me 2 months after I was sitting in my doctor's office. And she said, hey, I've partnered with a company in the health and wellness space. And I think you should take a look at it. And I said, no way. You're crazy. I'm not looking at anything. No. She goes, I'm going to send it to you anyways. Well, I just about peed my pants and fell off my chair when I saw it was the same exact collagen that my doctor had me using. So I dove in and I looked at this company and what I found was everything they had was third-party tested for heavy metals, lead, mold, and toxins. And as somebody who's got multiple autoimmune issues, who was overweight, full of inflammation, dealing with skin issues, joint pain, all of the things, I was so incredibly impressed with what they had their hands on. They had things nobody else had. They had a scientific advisory board that was so impressive. Everything that I found is completely gluten-free and safe for my body and plant-based. So once I started really looking into that and seeing the fact that they had things that I could use, I got really excited. And I'm going to share with you some of the top things and what they have done for me, starting with that collagen that has totally changed my life with my hair. So here we go. I think Jenny's screen disappeared here for a minute. She'll probably be back in a second. Yeah. She's playing with Facebook on the other side. All right. So this is me before and after. On the left is my bald spot that you can see. I was always trying to part my hair different ways to try and hide it as best I could. But you can see on the picture on the right that it did a really great job of helping my hair grow back. It is type 1 bovine collagen, which is the most similar to our collagen. After our 20s, our collagen kind of takes a dive bomb. And as we lose collagen, that's what's kind of the scaffolding that's holding your body together, right? It's in your muscles, it's in your connective tissues, it's in your bones even is made of collagen. And as you get older, we lose so much of that. And this will help kind of bring that back. And it's so simple. It's got 4,500 micrograms of biotin, more than you'll ever find. That's pretty much the hair food that helped my hair grow back. It's got hyaluronic acid, which brings the hydration back to your joints. I used to be creaking and cracking on the way to the bathroom. My ankles were creaking and cracking. Well, now it's our fluid movement. I had osteoarthritis in my knees. The bone on bone is a problem as we get older, right? This adds more fluid hydration back to your joints. It's got 10 grams of protein in this little shot glass that's sitting there. And it's also got 11 grams of those collagen peptides, which is like 4 times more than most that you'll find on the market. So super exciting with that. This next one I'm going to show you, if you know anybody that like really struggles, okay, I'm going to go there. Diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, probably 99% of the population, right? Especially as we get older. So I'm going to do a demonstration. And sorry, Jenny, I'm going to shrink you down here for just a second.
That's okay.
And I'm going to do a demonstration and show you guys exactly what this does. I'm going to show you while I explain what it is. Okay. So here we go. I have this snack pack pudding here. You can see it's just one of those cruddy puddings you might put in a kid's lunch or something. So I'm going to open this up and add a digestive enzyme to it, but I want to show you how thick this is. This is like a thick pudding, right? Super thick. So this is the digestive enzyme that you see in the picture. It also has probiotics and prebiotics. And what's really frustrating is if you're looking for something and you're looking for support and you're going to Amazon, you're just going to get overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see so many different things on there and be like, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. So I'm going to tell you exactly what's in here and exactly what it's going to do. So I opened a capsule and I put it in there. Normally you would take this with food, but with this one, I'm going to add it to the pudding. So we have a totally dead food here and we're going to add a live plant-based enzyme to this. And this is breaking down proteins, carbohydrates, fats, beans. So if beans make you gassy, they won't anymore. It's got cellulase to break down plant material. Like if you eat a salad and it has you running to the bathroom. I know my husband can't have unwitches at Jimmy John's or he runs to the bathroom. If he takes Enrich, he can have an unwitch, trying to do the low carb thing, right? It also has lactase to break down dairy, and it also has gluten digesting enzymes. So if you do eat some gluten and that usually makes you feel bloated, I'm not talking about celiac people, I'm talking about me who gets bloated if I eat too much bread. This will help break that down so you don't feel as bloated. This has 4 strains of probiotics. The probiotic bacteria you have in your gut matters to keep you lean and healthy. And this has 4 amazing strains of that. But it also has the prebiotics, which is kind of like the little fish food that we use to keep those bacteria alive and thriving in your gut. Because if you keep feeding live bacteria dead food, it's not going to thrive, right? So we're adding the nutrients that those bacteria need to thrive. So you can see in less than a minute, it completely liquefied this pudding here. And the biggest question that I get is, hey, Becky, is this what's going to come out the other end? Is that no? What this does is turns your stomach into a Vitamix. So all of your food is broken down. It can enter your digestive tract. You can easily absorb your nutrients. You're going to feel so much better without any gas or any bloat. My husband has GERD, gastroesophageal reflux. So he was on Prilosec type medications. When he uses Enrich, he doesn't have to take those. And if you're on a lot of those medications, it's really hard to absorb nutrients like B12 and iron and things like that. If you can pull those from your medication list and use something like this to stop that GERD sensation, it's going to be light years different when it comes to energy levels because you're not going to tank from having low iron and low B12. In a lot of cases, I'm not making any guarantees. We don't make any medical claims whatsoever, but this has been a game changer for so many people. Okay. So that's our much. I'll bring poor Jenny back here for a second. I just like it when they can see the pudding a little bit better on that one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So this next one is kind of our flagship item right now. I lost 60 pounds in the last year. Just with this being added to a healthy lifestyle, it helps me stick to eating healthy and it makes me crave healthy foods. Okay. So I'm going to show you a picture that I swear to God, I would never share with anybody ever. It was saved in my phone because I'm in my sports bra and shorts. And I was like, I'm never showing this to anybody. This is awful. But then once I got to my goal weight and took another picture, I thought to myself, when I was trying to lose weight, I relied on other people's before and after pictures to motivate myself, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw this out to the universe. So here we go. Where'd it go? There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is our daily health system. This is a complete metabolic system. It's the first competitor to the weight loss injectables everybody is using and you've heard of, but this is a plant-based natural drink and a capsule that does so much more than just increase GLP-1. What this does, there's an enzyme. Okay, we have a glucose converting enzyme. So when you digest your foods into simple sugars, what this will do is it will link those simple sugars, those glucose molecules together into an alpha glucan fiber that can't be absorbed by your intestines. Now, I was skeptical with this too, you guys. My background is in biochemistry and medical laboratory science. I called my doctor and I said, I need a continuous glucose monitor to see that this is really working because this seems crazy. I will share in the comments below when we're done with this, my continuous glucose monitor results, eating the same meals on 2 different days, utilizing Transform and not utilizing Transform, and you'll see the difference. I didn't have the big peaks and crashes. That's one piece of this. The next piece is the drink that activates your body's own GLP-1. So you eat less, you stay full longer, and you don't think about food constantly. I mean, what a treat is that, right? To not have to be tied down by thinking about what you're going to eat next. Second, it activates an enzyme called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate kinase. And this pushes your metabolism to burn visceral fat for energy. That's the bad fat around your waist. Okay, so the thing that's around your organs, you don't want a lot of that. It also lowers cortisol to help with some stress. And lastly, it helps lower your blood pressure by increasing nitrous oxide. So it pretty much covers all of the pieces of what's called metabolic syndrome and helps weight loss actually be achievable. So this is something that I will never stop using because it is a tool I have in my toolbox where I know if I'm going to a Packer party or I'm going to a Christmas party, I'm going to drink my Activate and take my Transform before I go, because I know when I get there, I'm not going to have that plate, that pile of food on that table talking to me the whole time I'm there. I'm probably going to almost ignore it most of the time and just grab some protein off of it and be good to go, because this is going to be the tool that's going to help me do that. Okay. So this is absolutely incredible. All right. Next up is Mojo. This is one I'm on like day 854 of drinking Mojo. I started drinking it August 23rd of 2023, and I've never looked back. Did you know this is a coffee, by the way? We've got a coffee and a hot cocoa. This is mold-free. It increases focus through L-theanine. It increases dopamine and serotonin, so it makes you feel happy and lovey-dovey. It increases your metabolism, and it further cuts down the cravings. This is the best way to start your day. I can't imagine going without it. This is me in the middle with it. This is the best thing ever. Some people don't like coffee. They like the chocolate, the hot cocoa. Now, did you know too that your coffee beans are full of mold? And this is actually third-party tested for heavy metals, leads, molds, and toxins. So that is, that's incredible. Another reason why I love it. It's just absolutely freaking delicious. I'm kind of an intermittent faster. I don't eat until like 10 or 11. So that Brazilian coffee is great for that. All right. One more I'm going to bring up here, and then I'll be done with products, I promise. Now, this next one we just released in October. This is called NAD, niacinamide adenine dinucleotide. And a lot of people are like, Becky, I don't know what that means. What is that? Why would I need that? Well, I started researching peptides a long time ago. And in the peptide community, I want to say back in April, people started talking about NAD. And the benefits that they were getting was absolutely incredible. So what we're seeing with NAD, which is niacinamide adenine dinucleotide, is when we can bring this back to higher levels in our body, this is what our cells use for energy, we're going to sleep better, we're going to have better energy and vitality, and it's going to help our metabolism. So here's what happened to me. So the only option I had was to go to my doctor and pay $300 for an NAD IV. Okay, you can get those from functional medicine and integrated medicine providers, or I could use the injections for about $100 a month. I chose the injections, which I had to do in my stomach every day, and it was very spicy. Okay, so it burned upon going in. But here's what happened over the summer. I had lost 60 pounds, And normally in summers when I gain my weight, because we go to all the barbecues, we go boating, we're drinking all the things, I didn't gain weight. As a matter of fact, I had a hard time keeping weight on. I'm down to 125 pounds now. And it was really weird to me that I was dropping down to like 123, 124. And I'm like, trying not to lose more weight, but it kept trying to come off. And after I started talking to more people that started using this, the same thing started happening, that they were suddenly starting to lose weight when they couldn't before. So that metabolic piece is absolutely huge with this. So Trinont came out with a liposomal form that is absorbable through your intestines into your bloodstream. So we no longer have to mainline it through an IV or spicy injections in the stomach. Because let me tell you, that got old. My stomach was black and blue. But how I felt was incredible. How I slept was absolutely amazing. It was worth it to me. But I'm so grateful that we can switch over. Adding this to the daily health system is going to be the ticket to help people be able to get that weight off once and for all. So that's super exciting to me. All right, a couple things. So I know some of the things in here maybe have piqued some interest in a couple of people. If you are interested, you can go to Jenny and she can totally tell you how to get this. But I'm going to tell you another thing you want to look at is we do have enrollment bundles. And I'm going to bring this up right now because this is pretty cool, that with an enrollment bundle, the bundles are discounted. The enrollment is free. That means that when you order again, because you're going to want to keep using it, you're going to get wholesale pricing. That's huge. In addition to that, we do have a top-notch compensation plan that it's incredible. And Jenny and I are really excited about that piece of it too, which includes a Jeep payment. If you want to get a new car, they will pay you to drive a Jeep. There are some really, really neat things that we have. And the last thing that I'll mention is Trinont Travel. So I'm going to pull up one more screen, and then this will be the last one that I share. So we have a program called Trinont Travel, and this is for anybody. This is for customers. This is for associates. This is a travel portal that you save up to 65% on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, car rentals, add up to 850,000 locations around the world with no blackout dates. This next piece is what made me practically pee my pants. Every 12 months, you get a voucher that you can book a vacation worth up to $1,500 to $2,000. And it will have only costed you $65 a month for the whole year. That's only $780 to get a $2,000 vacation. So it is a fantastic deal, and you get discounts along the way. I'm finding things like condos in Orlando for $249 for the week. It's such an amazing deal. So make sure that you ask for more details on that one as well. And lastly, we do have our enrollment bundles. I'll just show you what those look like real quick. If you were interested in the daily health system and the pudding demonstration, that's our starter bundle. Our builder bundle is the medium-sized one. And then we have the elite pack, which is absolutely incredible. And you do get savings on travel enrollment too, depending on the bundle that you get. All right. Is there anything that I am missing?
Nope, I think you got everything. I've been using this for 3 weeks now, and the cravings and that food noise that you talked about, it's amazing how that is just gone. And yes, I feel great. I'm sleeping better. I lost 11 and a half pounds already in 3
Wow.
weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, my joints were so sore before trying it out, and now I just feel great. So it's
Love it.
working.
All right. If you guys have any questions, shoot them down in the comments below. Jenny and I are going to keep an eye on that and answer any questions that you might have.
All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
Becky.
Yep. You're welcome.